Let's go live to the member for Casey, Liberal MP Aaron Violi. Aaron, I want to play for our viewers, if they haven't caught up with it, this campaign ad released by Andrew Hurst, the Federal Director of the Liberal Party. I'll get your thoughts in a moment, but have a look.
No problems.
As a minister, I learned that a strong economy and a safe community are central to everything, that you sometimes need to stand up to vested interests and always make decisions in our national interest. The right decisions aren't always popular, but I'm not interested in taking the easy path, because we live in the best country in the world, and I'm determined to get Australia back on track.
Authorised by A. Hurst, Liberal, Canberra.
The next couple of months all about framing who Peter Dutton is, and that was a pretty slick campaign ad to kickstart the efforts from your side of politics. How important is it for you and for the coalition to tell the Australian people that Peter Dutton is more than just the hard man?
Well, it's always important, Kieran, that we share our story, whether it's as a local MP or as the opposition leader and alternative Prime Minister. It's a balance of having strong positive policies, which we've got, but also sharing more about who we are and what we care about and why we're in politics. And you're seeing that with Peter. Everyone has that long time as he had in Parliament. People get a perspective of them, and what Peter is able to do in opposition as the opposition leader with a bigger platform is share more about his small business background, his values, and what he wants to do to support the Australian people. And what we see in Peter Dutton is a leader that's prepared to make the tough decisions to get us back on track, to fix the challenges that we have when it comes to the economy, when it comes to social cohesion, to make sure we are safe and secure as a nation. And that's what we're sharing over the next few months, who we are as local MPs, but also as a coalition and Peter as our leader, what we stand for and how we want to help the Australian people.
And it's important now more than ever, given we are in election season, but with more than 50% of people thinking the coalition will win the next election now, according to the latest news poll, the scrutiny, the intensity of that scrutiny just ramps up when it comes to Peter Dutton as the alternative Prime Minister.
It always does, Kieran, absolutely. There's two questions the Australian people ask themselves. Are they happy with the current government? And we're seeing, and I'm hearing in my community, there's deep disappointment and frustration and anger with the continual failures of Anthony Albanese and this government. And then they obviously look to the alternative and they want to see more, as we said, about Peter Dutton, but also our policies and what we would achieve and what our ambitions are in government to help the Australian people. And they're the two questions that everyone always asks themselves. We know, and we're seeing it in the polling, but more importantly, myself and my colleagues are hearing it and seeing it in our communities. People have been let down by Anthony Albanese. They're frustrated and they're angry, and they're turning their attention to us as a coalition. And we know we need to continue to do the work to earn their trust. And then ultimately, if we're lucky to get that, to deliver for the Australian people, because that's what they want, solutions to the challenges that they face. And they know that with Anthony Albanese, he's failed for 3 years and he has no vision and no solution for the future for Australia.
Aaron Violi, thanks. We'll see you next week ahead of the parliamentary sitting week.
Thanks, Kieran. See you next week.